Hello everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to learn to Bitcoin, bigger the CoinsKid crew. So I do think Bitcoin's going for a micro correction at the moment. Straight off the bat, if I show you something right now on the 4-hourly time frame, we are breaking down on this neckline. The super trend has flipped red, but most importantly, I want to show you why I'm looking for a spot entry point right now on Bitcoin, because it will come back up to that level, because what we've seen time and time again, it can fall all at once, but for me, you'll come back into that level, so I'll buy it and then just sell it at that point. So obviously if you're looking for longs and things like that, it's difficult, because obviously this could still be the correction you're doing something like this and coming down. This is why you need a little bit more confidence to build into your long positions. Spot positions, fantastic from this point right now. You could just buy and forget about it, set alert when it hits that target. It's about 2.45%, not a lot, but it's a bit of money, isn't it, that you can make. So basically what I'm looking for, really simple, I think the Bitcoin will come back up to that level. You'll say no way, no way, no way, but 9 times out of 10 we come back up and back test that God candle breakdown. Really simple. Buy some Bitcoin, sell it at 65,478 and you made 2.5%. Simple. It's not millionaire making money, but it's money nonetheless. Okay, for your spot backs, if you're feeling fearful and things like that, whatever it does comes back down, it will hit that price target eventually, although on the way down it never feels like it. For example here, you lose this pivot low here, you never back tested this, and this is something I've relayed to you so many times. It doesn't matter for me, it come all the way down, eventually you come back up into it, and that's exactly what we did. So if you're buying down here, oh no, it's going to zero, and then you create a whopping bullish divergence, look, because this is what you're looking for on a 4-hour on a macro correction. Look, so that's the bottom. I think that's the bottom at the minute for Bitcoin. Okay, and you've got a massive bullish divergence on that macro correction. Look at that. So with that, what you do have is basically lower lows in the index and high lows in the RSI. So at that point, you're looking to just spot bid or whatever, because you get a massive signal in the charts. Look at that interest, 18%, and this is something I relay to you. So I look for the God candles in the charts. Really simple, double top drop, not back to the resistance, previous supporters resistance, and you did. That's exactly where you ran into. So right now, just here, you got your double top drop there. Oh no, it's going to zero. Buy it, sell it back there. Really simple. So it's up to you. You do what you do, but I'm just telling you, I think that Bitcoin will be trading at 65478 before it loses its low, basically. So you can just buy it and sell it on the in swing. Really simple. But aside from that, that's just little intraday trading in and out. Obviously, if we're looking for a long position, you want low leverage. You do not want to be a degen. Don't go with your life savings. We always look for the minimal risk trade, and I'll try and find that in time, but I'm just looking for that retracement to swing some spot positions into. Job done. But what I'm looking at for Bitcoin right now, really simple. If we click the insights here, you can clearly see that Bitcoin yesterday has basically done something that's absolutely incredible, and no one's looking at this. So basically what this is, I've created this monthly returns for you in Bitcoin Insights. I'm going to add more data in there as well. Basically we've got the bull signal, the bear signal, end of the year returns basically, and then down here we've got the averages. So what we've got, really simple, we're in 2024 right now, January, Feb, so on and so forth. But right now, if we take a look, September closed 7.11% up for Bitcoin. It was an amazing time. September was a really good month for Bitcoin in my opinion, because we've seen that bottom retested and we come up and we broke out of the diamond bottom pattern. And equally within the month of September, we've printed beautiful daily golden crosses above a 200 EMA that can't be ignored. And equally on the weekly, we've got a 10 and 20 EMA, again data that can't be ignored, and it's been backed up by one of the most bullish Septembers we've ever seen. It's the second bullish September. So there's no guarantees. I wish you all the luck in the world, but I'm just relaying the data to you right now. If you take a look, of all the Septembers that we've ever had, there's only been one that's been bearish in October, and the rest of them have been pretty bullish. Okay, so look at that, September bullish. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Septembers that have returned a nice bull statement and a return on Bitcoin, and then there's only been one that's ever been red in October. The rest have been pretty much green. Look at that, green. So the law of averages tell us, and again data, nothing else. In theory, we should find this support and be on our way, basically, and this is what I've been looking at. If this is the final fifth wave, it should run in theory over the next 3 months towards the end of the year right here, with a potential blow off top of this cycle. So you can clearly see at the moment, if we click the year, you can see at the moment this year the bull is winning, basically. So it's won 7 months out of 10 so far, basically. So, well, I say 10 so far, we've not completed the 10th month. So basically we're into the 10th month right now, in October, but we're currently 1.9% up. So basically it's just data. This is all I'm doing, just relaying the data to you. October statistically is a plus 14.4%. on average return right there. So I can't be bearish according to the data unless we start to see the data invalidated. What we've done in recent times in the month of September, we've created beautiful bull crosses on the daily and the weekly. You know, we're breaking out, we're doing incredibly well right now, and everyone's still really, really bearish, although we've created the structure of a diamond bottom. So again, like I said to you, if the data breaks down, I apologize. All I'm doing on this channel is relaying the data to you, why I do think that we're looking at a blow off top of this cycle, potentially towards the end of the year right here, rolling into 2025. So I wish everyone most luck. But this is the insights on CoinsKid.com. Go to insights, Bitcoin, Ethereum, so on and so forth. For example, let's take a quick look at XRP. It's doing rubbish. It's not doing very well at all, is it? So, you know, look at that cycle. If we could go back to 2017, it's not really done anything else since. We had a 276 move in 2021. And right now, I think we could be on the cusp of a major vertical and the blow off top, just like we got in that cycle just there for XRP. But that's a theory. Please check out the XRP videos to understand more, okay? Let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now and see what we can see. So taking a quick look at the cycle waves indicator with yourselves that I create for the CoinsKid crew, and again, this could be giving us clues that, you know, the reason we've seen such a lovely move up in September is really, really simple, and it's something I've been telling you. I think it's a wave 3 basically, and I could be wrong, absolutely wrong. I'm looking for the invalidation of that, and that's why I said to you, your bull market support right now is not your August low, it's your September low. So if I'm right, this particular indicator that I've created for yourselves is actually giving us a clue to that as well. So I still think we're caught in this micro correction. I do think it's a micro correction within a third wave, and it's got all the characteristics of a third wave with the wave count that we're looking at, because the 3 of 3 is what breaks the high. And I've gone through this so many times with you before. For example, it broke the resistance point in November, in that bottom right there, November to January 2023. It broke the high in 3 of 3, and this is something I relayed to you equally last year in October. It broke the 3 of 3. The 3 of 3 is what breaks the camel's back, basically. It breaks through the resistance. Right now, we're gearing up for that, and I think the indicator is revealing that to me. Okay, so I'll go through this with you. So in theory, you know, I could be wrong. If we roll over, then my theory is out the window. But what we're looking at, as fueled by the indicator here, if you take a look at the indicator, this big spike up was indicating this is the bottom of the correction. Really simple. You've seen a major spike up fueled by the dump moon. Look at that, okay? So dump moon is really important in this analysis. The dump and pump moon is extremely important in this analysis. So please pay attention, because we do actually have one tomorrow. So at the moment, we've seen the big spike up way back there in August, okay? Then we bottomed, which I think is the bottom for Bitcoin in August, okay? And we've been working on that ever since. So we bottomed right there, and we've come up in a potential wave 1. So this wave 1, indicative of this particular indicator, was cooked just there, because the indicator was telling us, okay, you really, really overbought, maximum greed in the market. It's the top of an impulsive wave, basically. So the warning shots were there, fueled by, obviously, the pump moon. So the dump moon saw a bottom, and the pump moon saw a top a few days later. So I hope you're staying with me, okay? So basically, that was a major warning shot, the big spike up in the, the cycle waves indicator, which is basically a log of the market, greed and fear, basically, which I've done. Okay, so really simple. I've been logging it for over a year. So basically, top of the wave 1. So from the bottom, wave 1. Then we began to proceed to roll into the correction, the macro correction of wave 2, which I think Bitcoin did. So at that point there in September, I relayed to you why I think that's an opportunity. It was a diamond bottom pattern, and from that point we should break out, and we should break out within the third wave, because this is what we do. When we have these corrections and patterns and things like that, I've always said to you, the third wave is the most powerful. So I hope you understand. I hope you're staying with me. So in theory, the peak of the correction was just there. So that's the bottom of the correction. You've had a wave 1 indicated by the pump moon and the overextension in the cycle waves. Then we've had the wave 2. It bottomed just there, fueled by the bottom of the C wave, and then the spike up in the warning zones, basically. So that indicated the bottom of the correction, just like that did there, and equally the dump moon. So what I think we're going through right now, really, really simple, that from this bottom here, we've actually began a wave 3. This is why we've seen the breakout of the diamond bottom pattern, and equally all those golden crosses that were created on the daily and the weekly within September is in the third wave. So, really, really simple. For those people paying attention, you've got your high just there, and I've taught you this before. You have your ABC or zigzag, whatever. Now from that bottom, if you find it, you need to see a wave 1 up, which makes a lower high, and then you come back in a wave 2, which makes a high low. Then you break it in a third wave, and this third wave is the one that takes out the all-time high or the major level of resistance. So basically, this peak here is this bottom here is this, and this bottom here is this. So this is the 1 into the 2. This is the 1 into the 2. So right now, Bitcoin, all the characteristics of micro corrections, not macro corrections, in the wave 3, you've come up, you wave 1 into a wave 2 of 3. So basically, you come up like this, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. right now you're looking at this potential bottom fueled by the dump moon over the next few days, an ABC, and towards the ABC, the bottom of the C wave, this is where it's fueled by the dump moon, and a spike up. Okay, so I don't necessarily think the correction's over yet because of the clue of the dump moon. I think we're looking for the correction after the dump moon prints in the market, basically, which is basically tomorrow. So I understand what I'm saying. So right now I simply think that what we've got is a 1 into a 2, and right now we're in a third wave, and we've got the 1 into the 2 of the third wave. Once we find the bottom of 2, it'll be the 3. The 3 of 3 is what will break the all-time high, and this is something I've traded with yourself so many times. Okay, there's your resistance, there's your ABC, the 1 into the 2 into the 3. Within here, 1, 2, 3 breaks the all-time high. This is what's gearing up for Bitcoin once we find the bottom of this correction. So I understand what I'm saying, and this indicator I've built for yourself could be given as a clue that we've not necessarily seen the top of a macro impulsive move yet, because this is what we're looking for. Okay, so I understand what I'm saying. Let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now, and obviously that could be completely wrong. It is theory based. Please remember that. There's nothing that's financial advice. I've not got a crystal ball. I can't see into the future. It's just simple technical analysis that I relay to you. So that's the 60-day cycle waves that could be backing up my theory that was a wave 2 bottom, and right now you're in a 3 of 3 coming up the stairs. Let's dive into the Bitcoin chart to show you in more detail what I'm looking at. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin at the moment, given all the data and the stats that I'm looking at right now, this is why I do remain cautiously bullish. I'm not a perma-bull. I'm just looking for the data to invalidate my theory, and at the minute I don't see it. But as soon as I see it, obviously I'll exit position. I'll jump ship. I'm looking to sell Bitcoin if it breaks down below 52486. At that point, I'll begin to project to the downside, and we're looking for a deeper correction than I actually anticipate here in this crypto market. And possibly we're cooked. Absolutely possible. I've got no guarantees that this is in front of us or it's not. So all I'm doing is relaying the data to you. I hope you understand that. Okay, so technically I'm bullish because of the technicals and the data in the charts right now, but obviously I'm looking for the invalidation. I think one of the earliest warning shots that we could begin to invalidate this theory right now, that we are looking at some kind of huge move here where we've seen a 1 into a 2, and right now we're in a third wave coming up, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, and this has got all the characteristics of the third wave because of the what we've seen in September right there. And then within this third wave as well, we've got some kind of 1 into a 2 setup into a 3, 4, 5. So like I said to you, the 3 of 3, which this should be, will take out the high, because that's typically what we see off these lows. And I've gone through this with you. There was a video that I made at the time, the power of the third wave, the 3 of 3 here. We did this off a bottom here, so you got a 1 into a 2 basically, and then just there you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of 3 basically. Then the 4 was an expanded flat, and then the final 5th wave, so you got a 5-wave move just there. But it was the 1, 2 and the 3 of 3, which took out all the resistance point and really did begin to confirm the bottom right there. So this is what I'm looking at, and we're looking at the same situation here. We've got this resistance point here, we came down in the bump and run pattern, then we've got this 1, 2, and then the 3 of 3 broke out the resistance point. So basically 1, 2, 3, this is what I'm looking at, 1, 2, 3. So in here, 1, 2, 3, really simple. So the 3 of 3, and I've relayed this here and here, is what you see in the breakout. So it's got all the characteristics at the moment. So the invalidation of that theory, really, really simple. If we don't see the 3 of 3 hold this low, then I'm completely wrong. So at the minute, Bitcoin could potentially retrace all the way back down to it, hold it, okay, and then go again. And that's the 3 of 3. And this is what we see, break out the 3 of 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 3 of 3. Really, really simple. I should find the videos and play the clips, but just there I was looking at 3 of 3 break out that high, the 3 of 3 break out this high as well to confirm the bottom. And this is what I'm relaying to you right now. If we see the 3 of 3, it's the power to take out the resistance point and all-time high. So basically the invalidation, really, really simple. This pivot point low that we put in September, around about 52486 or whatever exchange you're using, that low is where my stop loss is. That's basically where, if we break down below that, I'm out and I project to the downside. Really, really simple technical analysis. I can't make it any more simpler. So in this time frame, what we're doing, if you take a look in this potential WXY correction for Bitcoin, we've ran into the Gaussian on the medium, ran into the higher level of resistance, made a high low, and right now we're busting a move above the 5-day Gaussian. We did exactly the same here, ran into the resistance, found support, ran into resistance, high low, broke out, closed outside the Gaussian, major warning shot to the perma bears. We were looking at that. So right now this is exactly what we're doing, exactly what we did there, printing the golden crosses on the daily and the weekly, and exactly what we did there as well. So wish everyone most luck, but obviously in time I could be completely wrong, the data could be invalidated, but at the minute we've got bullish data stacking up for Bitcoin. So in the process over the next week or so, I just think we're going for a micro correction. I'm looking for that buyback for you, and I've given you the targets in yesterday's video. I will post some more detailed short and long setup in the Discord for the CoinsKid crew right there. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone, back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.